Good morning. It's time to wake up with OJ.
How's it going? We've got a special treat for you guys today. We're gonna be doing another taste test, and this time we're gonna be trying some of McDonald's, or as I like to call them, Mickey D's.
Mickey D's.
Some of their dipping sauces, or maybe not necessarily sauces. So we're gonna be trying them, letting you know what we think, which one's our favorite. Most importantly, which one we recommend to you on your next trip to McDonald's. So stay tuned. We're gonna dive into those dipping sauces.
All right, so we both have now our 10 chicken McNuggets, and we've got our sauces laid out in front of us here. So we're ready to run this gauntlet of McDonald's goodness.
It's a lot of dipping.
It's gonna be a lot of dipping, which is my favorite thing to do, by the way. And to be honest, there's actually a few sauces I think that McDonald's runs at a limited time that are not available to us, but we are running, I think, what the most common sauces that you can get if you go into McDonald's right now.
Yep. These are the most popular sauces that you're gonna get on a consistent basis. Do you want to let the people know what the sauces are?
All right, so we're gonna start with ranch, and this seems to be a very common sauce for people now to dip their chicken in, I would say, right? I mean, I think when you go and you order like chicken fingers or something, I think they'll give you a side of ranch. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I've had McDonald's ranch before, so it'll be interesting to try this guy out. I'm gonna just go ahead and open up here, and we're gonna try this guy out. And again, we're trying this so you don't have to. Actually, you might want to.
It smells pretty good. You can already smell it.
Oh, I didn't even smell it.
It's not bad.
Just give me a straw, I'm ready.
Well, you are the condiment king, so
This is where I excel at life, with condiments.
I don't know if I could drink this straight, but I mean, good for you. That's very nice.
And we've got our nuggets here.
Before we get started with the dipping, I know you're really eager to try this, but fun fact for you, McDonald's has 4 shapes of nuggets. So you've probably had some nuggets before and realized that they don't all look the same. Well, that's because McDonald's has a boot-shaped nugget, which we're gonna look through those as we eat them and see which one we end up having in ours. So they have a boot-shaped one. They have one that's a ball shape, and this is their terms or their names that they're giving them.
Okay.
They have one, and okay, this one's a little up in the air. I've seen bone or bow tie for this one.
Okay.
So that's a different shape. And then there's also one that's a bell. So we're gonna look out for those shapes and see if they even look like the shapes that they claim to be.
I was just wondering if we could identify any of these at the moment.
I mean, I definitely see a boot here.
Yeah, definitely a boot.
I
think this is probably, I guess this is for our audience. I think this is my favorite of the nuggets. As a kid, I've been attached to the little nub.
It gives you like a scoop built in. I mean, it's not very big, but it's enough.
Yeah, it's just perfect. You can get a little bit of sauce right on that.
I agree.
And you said the other shape were a ball?
Yeah, there's a ball apparently in here. I see another 2 boots. I don't think that's the ball.
You think you're guaranteed maybe to get all the pieces, or do you think you could have one that you just have like all bells, all bones?
I think the odds of getting all the same is pretty low.
Right.
But looking at mine and looking at yours, I feel like I may be missing 1 or 2 shapes.
Okay, I think the boot is obviously the most easy to identify.
Yeah.
How many boots do you got?
It looks like I at least have 5 boots.
You got 5 boots?
And this is
in a 10-piece?
In a 10-piece, so...
Okay, not all nuggets are equal then, because I only got 3 boots.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to dipping here.
I'm gonna start with a boot since I have so many.
So, are you like just like a little dip, like just a little? You see those people that just put just a little. They barely put the nugget in there, or do you?
Yeah, this to me is the proper proportion for a dip. I can't have it drowning in the dip.
This is light for me, but if I'm gonna make these count, I've got because I think you only make it a 10 piece or 20 piece. They only give you so many sauces. So come on, McDonald's.
Yeah. They used to not charge extra for the extra, but they do now. Here goes. Since you're the condiment king, I'm gonna let you go first. What's your take on it?
It's pretty good. I think it's pretty safe if you're somebody who just likes chicken and ranch. This is your go-to right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, I think this might be my favorite fast food ranch now. Next up, we have spicy buffalo. Now, looking through these, I'm a little disappointed. It looks like someone cheaped out on the design of that package compared to these other ones, but who knows? Maybe McDonald's is going through some hard times.
I mean,
they couldn't afford a designer.
If you compare, just for funsies here, the hot mustard, somebody was having some fun with.
Oh, totally. Yeah, someone got a pay cut and then designed this, and
it's like they fired this guy they couldn't afford, and then they had to just design this slate.
Yeah. Looks wise, I mean, thankfully we're actually just eating it, but look wise, this one already is a little sad.
Are you a fan of buffalo?
I am. This is actually one that I get quite often, so I do really like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and do another boot for this one and make it worth it. Dunk a little more in this bag.
I should have said boots up, but no. Boot deep.
I'm toes deep in this dip. This one, again, I lean towards spicy a lot of times. There's a lot of sauces, dipping things that I like that spicy kick to it, and this definitely has that.
So we didn't talk about that. I don't. Maybe this is bad. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this for this. Typically, when you get buffalo wings, you dip them in ranch, and maybe we save one of these for a little bit of a ranch and a buffalo dip.
We will have 2 left over, so make use of those. This is definitely again, I haven't tried all of these, so there may be another favorite, but if I were to decide before this test, this is probably my favorite.
I would say that's not for somebody that likes spice, though. I think most people already knew that. If you like
someone that does or doesn't,
if you're not somebody who likes anything spicy or anything like that,
you're not.
You're not gonna want that. So next on our list here, we got sweet and sour. This is what I grew up on.
Really?
So, well, probably not just sauce itself.
Go ahead.
This was my go-to. So this is memories for me as a kid having nuggets.
I will say I quite enjoy the sweet and sour as well. Mm-hmm. Let's get a healthy dip in there.
And I tried to do some research on this topic to find out what sauces were originally available for that, because sweet and sour just seems like a very odd thing to start with. Hey, let's dip some nuggets in sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, I'm curious, did this have like an Asian influence on it? I know McDonald's has had different sauces in the past that I haven't been able to try. I know something that has been really popular in recent years is the, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, the Szechuan sauce, which was a promotional sauce that came out when the movie Mulan was released, so a while ago. And I'm really curious what that one tasted like. I don't remember what was the flavor in that one.
Well, if you guys happen to remember, do comment below. Let us know if you remember eating nuggets as a kid, what sauces were available. I'm sure not all of these were. From what I remember, there was only 2 sauces, and I could just be totally wrong. But I just remember them having barbecue and sweet and sour sauce. But
yeah, as a little kid, I only remember ever having the barbecue sauce. I don't know if it was just for my preference back then, or if that's all I knew they had. Nuggets came out around the 80s, and it was actually due to the fact that some Americans were weary of consuming red meat. So McDonald's needed to come up with a solution to attract their customers again, or maybe bring in more customers. So they came out with the chicken nuggets, or the McNuggets, and they were so popular when they first came out that they actually went through a shortage. They didn't have enough.
A nugget shortage.
Yeah. So that's not fun for anyone.
This is real world problems.
Yeah.
When you're running out of nuggets, you know, things are going to go down.
Yeah, that's a good indicator of the social structure. When you got no nuggets, more problems.
That's right.
Well, they overcame that shortage. Fortunately for us, we can enjoy them now.
More chickens?
More. I'm assuming that's what it was. Maybe someone figured out the logistics of getting all those chickens, and thank you for sacrificing the nice tender white meat for us.
What do we got next?
So we're gonna move on to the hot mustard. And again, this is a hot one, so I'm looking forward to this one. I don't remember if I've ever had this before. I'm not sure. I guess I'll find out after I try it.
What are your expectations of hot mustard?
To me, mustard maybe isn't an ideal dipping sauce for nuggets, in my opinion. Maybe more on like a hot dog or something, but the hot in it, I like mustard, and if it's hot mustard, I'm assuming I'm just gonna like that kick a bit more too, so I'm looking forward to trying this one. I think this is the bone, or the bow tie one. I don't know. I don't know if you've been keeping track of yours. I haven't really.
You know what? I have a little bit of an issue identifying the bone and the bell. I'm not even sure I got a ball in here.
I don't think I think you might have. Maybe that one, far right corner. Yeah. The bell, I think, has like a bulbous end and like a more pointed end.
Oh. Fun fact.
Just a little different. I don't know how I feel about this with the nuggets. Not my favorite.
I actually really like this, but I think hot mustard gives people the idea that it's going to be like...
Yeah, definitely not spicy.
Needing to drink milk or something like that after, but yeah, there's no spice to this. It's got a slight zing, but so far I think the buffalo has the
definitely
little bit of heat.
One with the heat, and sweet and sour maybe even has a little more of that zest to it than this one.
I think we go on to the next one here, which is the tangy barbecue, and again, this is a real popular one.
This is a classic.
I know in my house this would probably be my daughter's favorite. It's like you said, it's a classic flavor.
You can't go wrong. This is the one I typically get along with my spicy buffalo. It's typically some barbecue and then some spicy buffalo. I don't really deviate from those dips typically.
This is exactly as you would expect when you think of barbecue sauce. This is instantly what comes to your mind.
This is taking me back 6, 7, 8 years old. My mom taking us to McDonald's once in a blue moon that she did, and when we did go, we got nuggets. And this is a nostalgic flavor. At least to me.
It's a time machine.
Yeah, definitely is. Isn't that interesting how food can do that for you?
It's the nugget time machine.
The nugget time machine.
There's not any of the sauces so far that I don't like. So McDonald's they're giving the people what they want.
Let's move on now to the honey mustard. So a little bit different kind of mustard here now, Jared.
All right, so again,
Definitely looks different.
The other one we didn't get any heat. Oh yeah, this definitely has.
Look at the difference in that color there. I don't know if it's noticeable on camera, but this is the hot mustard and this is the honey mustard. So quite a bit. At least to me,
This one's got confetti. This is screaming that this is a party.
Yeah, yeah, definitely looks interesting. Let's get another boot in there. Let's dive toes first into this one.
I was trying to think of like consistency here. This, maybe it's just me. This just feels a little more jello-y, but
A bit more viscous.
If I knew what that meant.
Just say yes. Yeah, it's maybe less runny than the other ones. Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Before I comment, tell me what you think about this one.
So, this one, I guess it's that flavor that you would expect for honey mustard. Not maybe as intense. That's a little more dull, but that's okay. It's still, I think, a good option. What do you think?
I'm gonna cleanse my palate of that one.
Oh.
It's not horrible. I don't really taste mustard in there. I don't know if I taste honey in there. I don't. To me, it's a confusing flavor.
Okay.
And again, I haven't really had honey mustard before. So again, you, the condiment king, you kind of know your stuff a bit more.
So, honey mustard is one of those things that I don't typically keep in my fridge. So this is kind of like a luxury to be able to go to McDonald's to be able to order that, if that's your thing. Again, I think there's so many other flavors here that are probably better than.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we jump on to, not our last one, honey, which a lot of people probably cringe at the idea. But this is an option if you are somebody who likes that really sweet flavor. So we did get it so we could have some of this honey chicken.
Yeah, I've never had nuggets with honey. So who knows, it may be a new experience that I totally love, but I'm not so sure about this one.
I think typically on the menu, on their dipping sauces, I don't think this is really an option. I think this is something you have to ask for.
I don't think they envision someone dipping their nuggets in this either. I mean, look how shallow that is.
I think this is for light dipping.
Okay.
This is definitely for the light dipper, dainty dipping.
Okay, so
if you have a dainty dipper in your family, we'd like to hear about it.
It's definitely a different consistency. I mean, I'm glad to see that it definitely behaves like honey. So.
Yeah,
You're just going all in there, huh?
Yeah, I think you almost need one honey packet per nugget. At least if you're me.
This is surprising. This is really surprising. I like that. That's good.
This is breakfast right here.
Yeah, there you go.
This is your breakfast food. This is your honey, little chicken in the morning. This is what you're gonna want to get. But on the same token, I feel like there's so many better options.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be getting this for a dinner to go ahead and dip my nuggets in some honey. I don't think I'd ever crave that for dinner. Maybe for breakfast, but the hard part with that is I don't think they serve nuggets for breakfast, at least not here. Australia serves McDonald's lunch menu for breakfast, or I guess all day menu, or most of the day menu for breakfast. So in Australia, if you find yourself wandering around there in the old outback.
I think lastly, we're gonna end with, and again, I'm sure McDonald's, they actually had a couple other items that we unfortunately didn't want to bring, but like mustard and I think salsa. I didn't even know they had salsa.
Yeah, I didn't know until today.
So, but this would be a very common item that you would find at McDonald's, and some people prefer just good old-fashioned ketchup. So we are going to use McDonald's ketchup to make sure we're sticking with the theme here.
That's a healthy amount right there. I'm always a fan of McDonald's ketchup. I think there is a difference in taste with different fast food places.
Now, typically,
Really good.
eating from a packet isn't my thing. I find it very inconvenient. Like if I'm at McDonald's, I'm going to use the little pump ketchup thing.
Yeah.
So this is kind of different for me, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure this is probably the same ketchup they have there. But if you're like somebody who you go home and you don't have ketchup in your fridge, and you need to resort to this, I have a problem with you. Because
Yeah.
ketchup is just one of those things that every household should have.
I mean, if you don't like ketchup, if you don't have it at home, we'd appreciate it if you just unsubscribe to our channel. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, ketchup is one of those things. It's really, I mean, it's universal. It can be used for so many things. And I mean, hey, maybe you don't like it, and that's fine. But yeah, I prefer to be able to dip things in ketchup if that's what I'm doing. I don't like the packet. You rip it open and get your fingers all dirty. Yeah.
Okay, so we are ready to try. We've got our nugget here, and I think we're gonna do a dip of. I'm assuming you go buffalo first.
Buffalo into ranch, which is what a buffalo wing would be doing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna
Oh, I'm
get I'm gonna get fancy
Look
here.
at that.
So I'm not a fan of cross contamination,
Yeah.
but in this experiment, we're gonna do it for science.
I'm gonna go for a Jared portion here.
So there it is in all of its glory. We got buffalo and ranch. McDonald's,
Go ahead.
you know what you need to do.
Combination. A packet split in the middle with both of these.
Yeah. It'd just be just like this. You open it and it's just the little
There you go.
double dunker.
All right, so we're back with our sauces organized in order, our favorite to our least favorite. Let's go ahead and let the people know what order we have them in, and why don't you start us off, Jared?
So I guess I'm looking at yours, I'm looking at mine. And I think we both started out with what we find to be iconic or maybe a memory as our favorite.
Yeah.
And I see you started out with barbecue and I started out with sweet and sour, and I guess that was just a memory for us. It's just, like you said, it's that chicken McNugget time machine.
Yeah. Just clucking its way back to the past. This is the flavor that's been with me my whole life. I can't say that for the rest of these. Like I've said before, this is an iconic flavor. You can't replace it. So
Yeah.
that's why that's number one for me.
So looking at 2 and 3, so both Omar and I think really enjoyed the buffalo, if I'm not mistaken. We both selected that as our second. And the third one, again, we flip-flopped that memory.
That third one's a sweet and sour, in case you can't tell. On mine. On yours, that's the...
And again, I think you had said, because I'm looking down your list here, or your line, and I see you have ranch next, and I know you had said that ranch probably is going to be like your favorite fast food ranch.
Yeah, there's a lot of fast food places that the ranch just doesn't cut it for me, and then maybe it's because some of the ranches are a little bit different. It's buttermilk ranch as opposed to a ranch. I don't know the difference. You maybe know the difference, that ranch would be higher up if I didn't already have my 3 flavors that have been there, this whole time.
Right. We didn't add ketchup to this lineup. It was a little bit messy.
Yeah, and I mean, ketchup is in its own category.
So if you're somebody who already probably eats nuggets, you're probably already eating, I would assume, again, the 2 probably most common, sweet and sour barbecue, which again make the top of our list. But if you haven't tried the buffalo, that was fantastic.
That's the one. I highly recommend that buffalo, especially if you want that just spiciness to it. You want maybe that experience of going out and having some wings, but you're a little bit on a budget and just you can only afford some nuggets. That's the way to go. Hey, get that one on the ranch, and you've got yourself a nice evening of cheap buffalo wings.
That's right. It's the poor man's buffalo wings.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. We both have the same last two, just swapped. And I'm really curious the reasoning behind that honey being last for you. Is it just that it just doesn't make sense to eat together?
It wasn't bad. It's just I'm not ready for nuggets in the morning. Nice. It's like having breakfast for dinner.
Okay.
And you just have to be in that right mood, and today was just not my day.
It wasn't time.
All of these sauces here are definitely worthy of trying. It's just, how much time and energy do you want to waste dipping in one of these when you could have one of these?
Right. Yeah. We have our clear winners. These, I think, top 4.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say let's just kick those bad boys out. These are the reigning champions here, and again, however order you want to put them. If you haven't tried any of these 3,
you better go out and try it like today. Alrighty, guys, this has been Wake Up with OJ. We really appreciate you guys sticking around and joining us in our dipping adventure. Now you know what we recommend. Go out there and try it yourself. Please let us know in the comment section below any ideas that you guys have. You want to see us try something that we've never heard of, just let us know, and who knows, we just may try it and we'll let you know, and we'll let other people know what we think about it. Just remember, just that like button, tickle that like button.
You want to.
Yeah, and then just move your cursor over there and tickle that subscribe button too. That'll do us a big favor. And stick around, we'll have more content for you.
We'll see you next week.